Hi, I'm Catherine and I'm a naturopath from Melbourne, Australia, and today I would like to talk about sugar cravings, what causes them, how to stop them short term, and how to reduce them long term. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about why sugar is addictive, why sugar is different to other carbohydrates, and how you can get stuck in the rut of the more sugar you eat, the more sugar you crave, how you actually feel when you're not eating sugar, and my top 15 tips to reduce sugar cravings. So, how sugar is different to other carbohydrates. Have you ever noticed the difference between when you eat sugar compared to when you eat naturally sweet products? So for example, if you eat dates or sultanas or honey or dried fruit, what happens is you get to this point where you've had enough of it and you don't want it anymore. I remember this time years ago when I was a bit less healthy. My daughter had broken her arm and it was a bad break, and I sat there and ate through a whole bag of violet crumble, and I could have gone back for a second one if I'd have had a second one handy. But there was no point at which I was like, I don't want this anymore. It was like I just could keep eating it. And what's been happened with sugar is the way that it's processed is the vitamins and the minerals are stripped away, and that mechanism that should be in sweet foods that cause you to say, I've actually had enough now, is not there. So how sugar is different to other carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are a great form of energy, and they're particularly important for kids who are growing and people who are very active. But not all carbohydrates are equal. If you consume carbohydrates in the form of fruit and vegetables, they contain vitamins and mineral and fibre. And in terms of the sugar content, the fibre is what slows down the release of the energy. And since excess energy is from carbohydrates is stored as fat, there's a lot of other problems that can come from getting your energy from sugar. When more sugar means that you have more cravings. So some other carbohydrates that are a good energy source are also whole grains and legumes. And along with fruit and vegetables, these contain fibre. Now the fibre not only slows down the release of the sugars, but it also provides fuel for the beneficial gut bacteria. What's really interesting is that when your gut bacteria is out of balance, you will often crave sugar because the bad bacteria in there fuels on that sugar, and it's signaling to you to give it more. And so what you want to do is balance out that gut bacteria with the fibre that comes along with natural sugars. How it feels when you're not eating sugar. I thought I'd throw this in there just in case this is unfamiliar to you. So before you think a life without sugar might be miserable, what you need to know is after you've cut sugar out of your diet, you will start to notice that things taste sweet. Your body adjusts. So there's two ways you can do it. You can either slowly reduce your sugar by just maybe cutting it in half every day until there's none left, or you can just go cold turkey, whichever kind of person you are and what you like. So it depends. If you cut out a lot of sugar suddenly, it is a bit of a shock to your body and you will feel that, and it will be a difficult 2 to 3 days. Or if you do it gradually, it's easier, but it might take you longer. But you'll get to that stage where all the other foods taste amazing. And now for my top 15 tips on how to reduce sugar cravings. Okay, so I actually have a download on my website of a page of how to reduce sugar cravings, 15 of them in fact. And what you can do is you could download it and print that and put it on your fridge if you need a reminder, or if you live in more of a digital space, you could put it on your home screen. The reminder that there are ways to stop your sugar cravings, and you can look at that at any moment when there's a problem. But I thought what I would do for the moment is go into some of my favourite. Now my first ones are sour foods. So lemon juice is one of those, so you can get a glass of water and squeeze the juice of half of a lemon into that and drink it, and you will find that your tastes change and you're no longer craving the sugar as much. Another sour food that you could also use is apple cider vinegar, so 1 teaspoon of that into a glass of water and you'll have the similar effect. Your body's sort of gotten used to the taste of something sour and it's not really in the mood for the sweet anymore. Now my favourite one is bitter. So I've seen this amazing results for myself when I just want to eat something sweet and I have something bitter, and next thing I feel like something healthy, like some nuts and seeds. It really changes the way that you think. So you can get bitter leafy greens like rocket. My favourite is a dandelion leaf, but just know how to identify plants, because there's two plants that are commonly seen as a dandelion. You can buy a dandelion leaf tea. Know that the dandelion root and the leaf do different things. But yeah, bitter and sour are some of my favourite ways, because it's amazing how it changes how you think. So I challenge you to give some of these a try. I'd love to hear in the comments below what you found helpful, what you didn't like. Also, don't forget to download my 15 tips. I'll put a link to it down below so that you can find that. And I'm a naturopath, and if you want to know more about what naturopaths do, or how we think and how we go about the process of an appointment, you can see my video about this here.